Hi, this is Dawn, and welcome to the June meeting of Transaction Review and Calculator Practice. I know there's a lot of people that couldn't be here tonight that emailed me separately, but anyway, for this Transaction Review, I just thought for these we'll start stepping it up a little bit, and we've done a lot of things where we're talking about ideas and how to structure owner financing and note deals, but I actually kind of want to start introducing you and making it really you're really comfortable with some of the paperwork process that happens. So the way I'm going to do it is I took a bunch of photos, anyway, made documents that I can share with you for this note deal that actually I'm in the middle of right now. So this particular deal, and it's going to start with a bid sheet. And as always, you guys know, if you have a question, please type it in, raise the hand, chat with me there, okay? And I'm just going to make sure there's no questions so far. That is great. Okay. So this particular deal came to me from someone, and I'm going to try to make this bigger so hopefully you can see it. So, when you're in the note business, a lot of times, well, hopefully I like to get my own leads more than anything else. But sometimes, other people, especially if they're competent, other brokers and finders can actually be really good for your business. Okay. If you're actually have a lot of buyers yourself, or you are a buyer, or you're kind of hooked up with a lot of funds or things like that. But anyway, so this is what the bid sheet looks. This is very common, sort of. It reminds me a lot of the format from my Russ Dalby days back in the 90s. So it's probably super similar. It looks exactly the same as that one, but it's standard across the note business, right? So anyway, it goes type of property, single family residence, payer's credit unknown. This is frequent these days. Property value, 60,000 plus. Owner occupied? No, it's a rental. So in my mind, okay, it's not owner occupied, so therefore Dodd-Frank, those kind of things don't apply. Dodd-Frank Safe Act. Sales date, okay, they sold the property back in February 2010, so we've got over 3 years now. The sales price was $80,000. So basically, that leads me, and I'm just going to, work the calculator along with it. So clear all. So great. Since it was sold for $80,000 and the face value of the note is $60,000. So I'm assuming that there's a $20,000 down payment. So 20,000 here divided by the sales price, 80,000. I'm assuming, a 25% down payment, which is really good. Okay, that's what I would be looking for. They're basically saying that that it was worth less than the 80,000, which isn't all that uncommon because you get a higher price if you're offering terms, right? Okay, so that doesn't necessarily cause me a problem right now. But here they put the down payment at $981. But actually in my mind, when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at 20,000. This down payment I thought probably was an error or something like that. It's in Richmond, Virginia. The note balance at this point is $53,559. And the interest rate is 10%. That's pretty nice. And the payment amount is $644.76. So right here, when I get a note submitted, I want to know, did my broker that submitted this, did she know what she was talking about? So I'm always going to see if I can recreate the note. So here we are at 60,000 PV, which is present value or loan amount. The interest rate's 10%. And, gosh, term, if I add the number of payments made with the number yet remaining, I can see that they did a 15-year amortization there. So 180, fully amortized, so that's going to be 0. So I'm going to click here, payment. Okay, 644.76. Okay, I do get that, right? 142.8. Yeah, that's right. So good. At least somebody knows what they're doing. They're not, at least they have that much training and proficiency professionally that they can send me numbers that make sense. Okay. Number of payments made. Okay, 38. That's over 3 years of seasoning. That's great. The first payment was made in, that can't be right. I didn't even notice this. They have the wrong date there. Must have been 2010. So whoops-a-daisy. When you're submitting, notes to other people, it's good to double check your numbers so that you don't look unprofessional, because then people like me and other buyers might go, she doesn't know what she's doing. It's going to waste my time, that kind of a thing. Okay. Next payment due June. Okay. Loan to value. She's saying 90, which is, she's saying the balance of the note. So she's saying this number 53,559 divided by what she's saying up here, the value is 60,000. Okay, 89. So pretty close there, right? All right. Current or delinquent? It's current. So apparently all payments have been made as agreed on time. No balloon because it's fully amortizing. It's in first position. She reiterates the remaining balance here. And then in the comments, and I erased personal information for privacy and for the fact that I'm still working on this deal like right now. And I just kind of want to see you how one goes down. Okay, it's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,174 square foot single family rental in Richmond, VA, owned by a Marine. Okay, so I'm kind of interested so far. I especially liked the mental note that I made of a $20,000 down payment. We know this first payment was wrong, and I'm assuming this was an error. Okay, so that's what I assumed. All right. So next piece. So then she says, give me a quote. And so let me bring this up and see how I did this. I said, okay, so I'm going to get how many payments? Let me just clear all here. 142 payments left. I mean, first of all, remember what I'm supposed to do is figure out my investment to value maximum. So I'm going to assume the property's worth 60,000, and I'm going to do, since there was over 3 years of seasoning and what a 25% down payment, I'm going to go, okay, well, I can be in at 39,000 on this deal from an ITV standpoint. So I'm just putting that in the back of my head, 39,000. Now I'm just going to figure out yield-wise if I have 142 payments left, and actually it's less now, right? Because that June payment they already got, so this bid sheet's a little bit old. So N, that's the number of payments, the number of times I will get this payment in, which is 644 point, it said 76, didn't it? Okay. So, and I put that as a negative number. The feature value is 0, and it autofills to 0 if you don't put it that way. And let's just say, let's say I'm going for a 16% yield on here. What will I pay? Because of a variety of factors, I felt like 16 was kind of fair here. So then so 40,885. So what I'm going to do is just round down, and what I said I would pay for this is 4,500 when I just gave the broker a quote back just based on the bid sheet. So now let me put